Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Is there any agarbatti somewhere? It's troubling me. No? Once I was talking to children on Kenopanishad. Could you believe this? I am not referring to you. And there is a story which comes. And after the 3-4 days camp was over, then some question answers, appreciation, etc. So one girl gave a very good suggestion. Swami, you should change the name of this Upanishad. It is Kenopanishad. She said you should make it Sugar Kenopanishad. Sugar cane. It is so sweet. Why do you call it only Kenopanishad? As if somebody is caning you or what? This Upanishad is most wonderful from Samaveda, and earlier 8 chapters in this Talavakar Shakha deals with 2 basic principles. One is karma and second is upasana. See, Ishvara Nugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana. It is said, it is by the divine grace that we think of the absolute reality. Just now Major Sahib has come and garlanded me. Swamiji, aho bhagyam, I am garlanding you. So me being a teacher is the one who never appreciates good things, but he can find out faults. So I decided to find out a fault with him. It is not bhagya, it is not the karma phala, it is the divine grace. See, if you take bhagya or karma phala, you are maintaining that I. See, friends, like we all the time talk about our past, I was there, I was here. Like Jagannath uncle said, Swamiji doesn't like talking much about him, but he kept on talking. See? So, we keep on talking about the past, and that is how the I is developed. And we are not satisfied with the past, but we go brought forward from the last life. See? Therefore, the first principle of spiritual life is not the product of karma. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike amrutatva manash. See? It is not the karma phala. Karma phala is only of 2 types. One is sorrow, second is joy. Punya karma phala is joy and papa karma phala is sorrow. Prosperity in life is not karma phala. It is purushartha. See, friends, Bhagavan Krishna doesn't say in Bhagavad Gita, I am the tradition and culture and the Sanskriti of our life. No, he doesn't talk about that. He says in the 10th chapter, Niti Rasme Jigishitam. Those who want to succeed in life, for them, the ability to plan according to the need of the time so that you succeed in life. That ability is me. Not the old thing, the culture I am, culture, agriculture, sericulture, tissue culture, and board I read yesterday only, beauty culture. Beauty में culture होता है क्या? See friends, therefore, Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana. Now the second point. Whom will God shower His grace on? See? Most important thing. It is something like this. There was a student who filed a case against the university that my friend was given grace marks and he was declared pass, but I was not given grace marks and I was not declared pass. Because I am from a lower caste and this fellow is from a higher caste, therefore university has done this thing. Court case. So the judge asked, kindly bring your lawyer. No, I'll defend my own case. Very good. Now tell, what are the facts about your friend? How much marks he got? What is the pass percentage? And how much grace was given? So the student says, pass percentage is 50% marks. My friend got 47% marks. University added 3% and he was declared pass. Oh, very good. You have done a lot of homework. Now tell about you. What is your case? I got 3 marks. So like you laugh, just cannot laugh. Then he said, why the university has not given me grace marks? Whether it is 3 or 47, it is after all grace. See friends, in the same manner, God will shower His grace on us if we deserve, not desire. See, Bhagavad Gita says, Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. We are in this world for our evolution. There is no other purpose. And for evolution we put efforts. But while putting efforts, another problem comes. The problem is the I develops very fat. I have done this thing, I have done that thing, I have done this thing, I have done that thing. No end to that I. And therefore it is said that by the grace of the God alone we succeed in life. Now, what should be the criteria that God's grace can be showered on us? Simple criteria. You should have 47 marks. 3 marks God will give. Now where from to get the 47 marks? By 2 techniques. One is Karmani chitta shuddhyartham Aikagrayartham upasanam Mokshartham brahma vijnanam iti vedanta dindima. We have got 2 problems with our mind. One problem is the influence of likes and dislikes, which are the impurities in our mind. Because why impurities? Likes and dislikes do not have any logic behind. Somebody likes green color, somebody likes white, somebody likes yellow. What is the criteria? Why do you like green color? I like it. But what is the reason? No reason. Similarly, food we take. Children also, I don't like tea, I like coffee. And if you are from Karnataka, not coffee or kopi. So why so? There is no logic. So, our life is guided by the influence of likes and dislikes which have no logical support. Why you like something, why you dislike something. And thereafter, our whole life is guided by illogical approach to the life. This is the impurity in our mind. And this impurity is removed by karmani. So when we are supposed to do something, it is not asked whether you like or you don't like. See? You are supposed to do it, that's it. Therefore, karma is done for the purification of the mind to rise above the likes and dislikes. Bhagavan says in Gita, Indriyasya indriyasyarthe ragadvesho vyavastitau tayoho vasham na agachet tau yasya paripanthinau. It is natural that our mind will have entertained likes and dislikes for things and beings. It is natural. Vyavastitau. Then what should be done? Our purushartha is tayoho vasham na agachet. Don't come under the influence of the likes and dislikes. See? This is how the mind can be purified. So, in this Kenopanishad, earlier 8 chapters talk about do the karma for purification of the mind. Bhagavad Gita says the same thing in the 5th chapter. Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. The seekers of truth engage themselves in the activities in life, not for getting anything out of this world or improving the world or the society, but for purification of their mind. Then we are the seekers of truth. So karma is for that. Then upasana. Now the second problem that we all face with our mind is the inability to apply the mind to the given job for a longer period of time consistently without giving up. This is the problem. Now this problem is sorted out by the practice of upasana. There was one youngster went to a Mahatma, give me some shortcut, I should be able to realize the truth. They say, japa is done. You tell me, give me such a powerful japa, I can finish it. So Mahatma said, yes, I can give you. And only for 3 hours you have to do this, not many years, 3 hours. But during that 3 hours time, when you are chanting japa, you should be fully engaged and nothing else. Of course, it is not a big deal, I can do that. Give me the japa, mantra. So mantra was given. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Oh, such a simple mantra, 3 hours I can manage it. Go. When he reached the door to go out, he said, hey, come on, I forgot one important caution. When you are chanting Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, that time you should not think about monkey. Go. And started Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram. Actually, the one who really helped Rama is the monkey. Why should we think about monkey? Oh, sorry. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Our mind wants to do what we tell them not to do. See? So instead of talking about don't do this, don't do that, do what? Then you tell that. See, like Mahatma Gandhi's approach, don't talk bad, don't see bad, don't hear bad. What are the news? Either TV or the newspaper. All the bad, bad, bad. Because this is how human mind is. What we are told not to do that, we'll do that. Therefore, the mind has to be trained. And once this is clear, then what happens is the mind is now available for any purpose at our free will. When these two things happen, then God's grace showered on us. And the God's grace is now we have no questions, no doubts, no inquiry about the world, about our past, about our future, about anything or anybody. That mind, which is no more entertaining any theme, becomes self-oriented. mind becomes self-oriented. And when the mind becomes self-oriented, then this type of questions are born in our mind. And we can't answer our own questions. See, in Mundakopanishad there is one mantra, Pariksha lokan karmajitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat na asti akrutaha krutena tad vijnanartham gurumeva vigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Pariksha lokan karmajitan. When we re-evaluate our past, what we have done till date, who brahmanaha, the wise seekers, I am not talking about the cross belt brand, but the wise seekers. So, what will happen to them? Nirvedamayad, they are bound to discover dispassion. If we have really lived a proper life, the net result has to be dispassion towards worldly things and beings. If the dispassion doesn't happen, we have not gone the right way. Nirvedamayat. And what is that? Na asti akrutaha krutena. The infinite cannot be the summation of the finites. See, friends, the 10 directions, the 4 major directions, north, east, west, south, then the corners, 8, up and down, 10 directions. Can we say the total space is equal to the summation of 10 directions? Space is much more than that. In the same manner, the infinite akrutaha, the infinite cannot be the product of action. It cannot be created. It is. Therefore, it has to be discovered. And to discover the truth, we have to withdraw from the world. Those who are engaged in the worldly things, they cannot engage themselves in any discovery. See, the scientists, etc., when they are busy in their research, that time they are not thinking, see, I have to do research on the stem cell, but my wife is not giving me food, I don't know what should I do. No. Totally withdrawn, then only we can engage. In this manner, then what is to be done? Tad vijnanatham gurumeva vigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. So once we are convinced, enough of this world, that doesn't mean we have to take sannyas and go. Don't do that. Don't take away my market. See, don't do sannyas. Sannyas is not by, see, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Dehannyaso hi sannyasaha naiva kashaya vasasa. Living through the body and never living as the body is the first step in sannyasa. Not naiva kashaya vasasa, not by changing the color of the clothes. They are the tailor-made Babajis like us. The tailors write on their shops, God created man, we create gentleman. Very true. You can imagine, you remove the tailor from your life, you will be going back into the Stone Age. Therefore, such a student who has withdrawn from the world but doesn't know how to proceed, then go to the teacher. Now which teacher? There are many types of teachers. Basically two. One type of teachers are those who create situation to teach the students. They don't tell by words. See? One example I'll give you. There was a great saint, Shirdi Sai Baba, and one day one of his devotees, she came to him evening from her field to do namaskar. So he said, Mama, get me food, I am very hungry, get quickly. So that poor lady ran home, lit the fire, not gas and all that. So she cooked some chapati and something and in a plate brought for him. So she expected he will eat. Without even touching once, he took the whole plate, kept before a dog who was waiting there, wagging his tail. And he was enjoying eating that bread. So this lady got angry and she said, "You told me you are hungry and you made me run and this is what you have done." So that time the great master tells, look here, principle of hunger is common everywhere. See, whether it is a rich man's hunger or a poor man's hunger, hunger is hunger. Whether it is hunger of a healthy person or unhealthy person, it is the same. Whether it is hunger of a human being or a hunger of a pig, whether it is a satiation of hunger after eating lovely food or it is satiation of hunger after eating filth by a pig, it is the same. See, this principle he demonstrated through that action and situation. These are one type of teachers. It is not easy for every person to live with such a teacher. Not possible. See. Then the second type of teachers are those who are referred as Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Shrotriyam is those who have studied the scriptures properly and not remained only as the erudite scholars. See, study of scriptures may lead to erudition and scholarship, but that is not enough. By that you may get at the most a 1 PhD and you may get one more increment in your salary. Not more than that. Then Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam, he who is living that knowledge 24/7. See? To such a teacher, the seeker of truth should go. And how he should go? Samit Panihi, carrying the dry twigs. For what? For arranging the pyre for the Guru. So after the knowledge is over, both the Guru and the disciple, they burn in the fire of knowledge. And only the Absolute remains. Samit Panihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishta. Samit Pani means dry twigs, means with absolute dispassion. When the twigs are absolute dry, a little bit of fire is enough to convert it into conflagration. In the same manner, unless the seeker has the required dose of dispassion, he won't be able to cognize the meaning of the mantras. With this, such a student somewhere reach a teacher. And then he has asked something. This is how the Kenopanishad begins. Various Upanishads are named in various ways. Like Ishavasya Upanishad is called as Ishavasya Upanishad because it begins with the mantra Ishavasya Midam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat. Similarly, Kenopanishad also begins with the word Kena. Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. Kenopanishad is called as Kenopanishad because there the whole spiritual practice is on the spiritual heart, the Anahata Chakra, and Anahata Chakra has 12 petals. And on each petal there is invocation of the letters from the Sanskrit alphabet starting from Ka up to Tha. Ka, Ka, Ga, Ga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Ta, Ta. So 12 of them, therefore Ka, Ta Upanishad, so that your Anahata Chakra's secret is opened and you transcend the thoughts and come to realize the thought-free experience. Therefore, Angushtamatra Purushaha Madhye Atmanitishthati Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya Na Tato Vijagupsate. This is what Kenopanishad is called as Katha because of that. Here also, this Upanishad called as Kenopanishad. Like every Upanishad begins with a prayer. And a prayer is nothing but, in today's world, when you pick up the phone, what is the first question we ask? When there was landline, we used to ask the question, are you free? I want to talk to you something. Now the first question we ask, where are you? Bathroom mein, theek hai. See, because we don't know where we are. So we want to first establish rapport. And the rapport is established by certain words. If you are a Gujarati, rapport is, haan bol. Firing, no decency. If you are from some other places, hello, they mean hello. So various varieties of this thing. Now what is this hello, haan bol? Only one thing, I am not talking to the phone, I am talking to somebody the other end. That is the main idea. In the same manner, this Shanti party is establishing a perfect rapport between the Acharya and the seeker, the student. Otherwise, sir, karmanyevadhikaraste mahapaleshu kadachana, you keep on talking, we keep on sleeping. No. We both have to be alert 100%. See? Sahaviryam karvavahe. The teacher should not reserve anything in explanation, and the student should not sleep. He should at least pretend he is awake. Om apyayantu mamangani vak pranachakshuhu shrotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam ma brahma nirakarot अनिराकरणमस्त निराकरणम में अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांति. Now here the teacher and the student together, they are chanting this mantra. One of the possibility could be the smell from this. Om, we are addressing to the Lord. So, the Acharya, the student, and invocation of the divine grace. 3. Om. Now this Om you can mean whatever you like, convenient. If you are Rama Bhakta, Krishna Bhakta, anyone is okay. If you are Vibhakta, then also it is okay. Om. Mamangani, all my limbs, all my organs of action and organs of perception, similarly ears, etc., balamindriyani ja sarvani, may they remain strong and functional. Unless we are strong and functional, we cannot study. Nayamatma balahinena labhyaha. The truth is not for those who are the dropouts from life. When there is nothing that we can do, we go to the spiritual studies. No. Then, Brahmam sarva upanishadam aham, ma aham brahma nirakuryam. Everything is Paramatma. Now this is the vision. Ishavasyopanishad gives this vision. Be attentive. Study of scriptures is aimed at changing our present vision and looking at the world with the vision that is given to us by the scriptures and by the teacher. Because the principle is, as is the vision, so is the perception. And as is the perception, so is the interaction. As is the interaction, so is the experience. As is the experience, so is the life. See? So where from it begins? It begins from our vision. So when you look at somebody and our vision is, I don't know who is he, must be a cheat, everything will change. And if our vision is no, whosoever comes in my life, he is a different form of the Lord. our interaction with the world will immediately change. See, friends, the study of scriptures is aimed at changing our present vision of relativity and getting fixed in the experience of the non-dual reality. It is for this purpose that the studies are made. So what is the vision given here? Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. That Brahman which is indicated in the Upanishad, that Brahman is everything. That means other than this Brahman, the Paramatma, Bhagavan, nothing else is. So this is the vision, this is the goal, this is the destination we have to reach through the studies. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. Maham Brahma Nirakuryam. Now second thing. May I not deny the presence of the divine. See? And for that, the inner strength is called as faith or Shraddha. Many people have got this funny notion that I don't have blind faith. They don't understand what they are talking. Faith is always blind. When you know, you don't require faith. When you don't know, then you require faith. For example, when you go to the barber, these days people don't go, they themselves have become barber. When you go to the barber, what we do? We hand over our jugular vein to him. Under what strength? Only under the strength of faith that he will not, but he will only shave and not cut the jugular vein. If he does in a fraction of a second, you can't even complain. Arey, kya ho gaya? Gone. So our whole life is based only on faith. And faith is not a weakness, friends. Faith is the inner strength. And with that inner strength, we jump into the unknown. Therefore, Maham Brahma Nirakuryam. O Lord, let me not have any doubt and deny the reality through this doubtful thinking. Maham Brahma Nirakuryam, Mama Brahma Nirakarot. This is another very subtle point. And may that God, the Brahman, not deny me. Now be attentive. Very subtle point. Will that God deny us? He cannot deny us. Can the ocean deny the waves? See? Can the gold deny the ornaments? Cannot. Then why this prayer? This prayer is only, we have to remember, He has never forsaken us. We have forsaken Him. I don't believe in God. Even to say this statement, His grace is required. So, Maham Brahma Nirakuryam, may I accept Him through the inner strength of faith and also know further that He has never denied us. See? This is what is called as Raga and Anuraga. When a child is growing, normally the father has to take the blame of strictness in family. Therefore, fathers are called as Hitlers. And they are substantiated by the mother. So the children know, yes, father is like that, now what can be done? So when he scolds etc., disciplines, the children never understand that. But when they are grown up, then they understand. My dad was very strict disciplinarian, therefore what I am today is because of him. So, that time as a child we denied him that he loves us. Now when we are grown up, then we realize, no, it is out of love only, he was pretending to be bitter. So, when we recognize somebody loves us, it is called as Anurag. See, so first of all we accept the divine, Maham Brahma Nirakuryam, we accept and also accept that He has never forsaken us. Two things. Meaning, we are under the umbrella of the divine grace. Without His grace, we would never have been here. See, friends, you must have seen many times, we plan so many things. Last moment things are dropped. You can't have any cause, no effect. Therefore, we have to remember one most basic thing in life, that other than the grace of the Lord, we cannot survive with. He is constantly taking care of us. So, Maham Brahma Nirakuryam, Ma Brahma Nirakarot, Anirakaranam Astu, Anirakaranam Me Astu. In this manner, let us have this clear understanding. We accept the divine grace, and the divine grace is constantly showering on us. Let us not have any doubt about it. Nirakaranam me astu. Tadatmani nirate ye upanishatsu dharmaha. Now for study, understanding, experiencing this reality as needed, whatever are the Upanishatsu dharmas, the qualities which are required for experiencing the divine truth that we are, may those positive qualities like Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, Shraddha, Titiksha, Samadhana, and then Mumukshutva, all these qualities may be in me in full measure. Ye Upanishatsu dharmaha, te mai santu, te mai santu. Meaning, I do not ask for reservation. Be very clear about it. Many grahasthas have got this funny notion. When they come to listen and they hear something about Vairagya, then they say, Swamiji, it is okay for you to talk on dispassion, but we are grahasthas. No, is being a grahastha a qualification? Have we obliged God? Dekho, shadi kariye. No. See, friends, we have to learn that we should deserve. Never take anything unless we deserve. See the joy of life. See? Whenever we demand, we don't deserve. And when we deserve, we naturally follow it, we get it. So, ye Upanishatsu dharmaha te mai santu, te mai santu. After, now see these prayers, the whole summary of this prayer is like this. We all have been praying upon God. And what is our prayer upon? We don't pray to the God, we pray upon God. And we say, oh God, do the following things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am going out of station and there is nobody around, so kindly take care of my house, okay? And we install Hanumanji with a danda in the hand. So God becomes the means and the worldly achievements become the goal of our life. See, friends, that is our devotion. Now, next time you go to the temple, you pray to the Lord, try this technique. When you are standing before the Lord, and only say this thing, oh Lord, make my mind so pure, then I do not have hatred or dvesha, jealousy for anything or anybody, even in a dream, even once, even for fun. O Lord, you alone can help me clean my mind. This prayer is this Apyayantu mamangani vak pranas chakshuhu shrotramatho balamindriyani sarvani. This is that prayer. And when the meaning of this prayer really means important for us, then we will come to know, like if you stand in front of a clean, steady, perfect mirror, how much effort it will take for the mirror to reflect whatever is in front perfectly? Zero effort. But if the mirror is shaky, if it is corrugated, if it is covered with some dust, And in front of that mirror, if you stand, will the reflection be perfect? It cannot be. In the same manner, the instrument through which we cognize the divine presence must be made capable. And therefore, when this thing is done, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. 3 Shantis are meant for 3 bodies. Let our gross body cooperate with us. There are 3 enemies of the gross bodies. Number 1 is alasya, nidra, pramad. Laziness is in the body. Not now, after 1 hour we'll get. But today you have to do meditation, tomorrow I can do. Yeah, don't disturb. Laziness. Nidra, like one of the name of Arjuna is Gudakesha. Gudakesha means he who has conquered sleep. One person told me, Swamiji, you can call me Gudakesha. No. Why? I also conquered sleep. I said, how come? He said, I can sleep anytime. That is not conquering sleep. Sleep anytime is necessary, but also the ability to get out of the sleep equally simple way, that is Gudakesha. See? Nidra and Pramad. Pramad is repeating the same mistake again and again, more efficiently. Pramad. These are the 3 with respect to the gross body. Om Shanti. May the body be available to us for spiritual practice. Second, Shanti is for the subtle body. Subtle body is the place where Mr. I is born. So second Shanti is let us learn the art of using passive voice in our life. There are 2 voices. One is active voice, second is passive voice. Active voice is I have done this work or I have done this job. In this, job is secondary, I is primary. What is the passive voice? Hey man, job was done. Who has done is not important. The job is important. In the same manner, get rid of this subtle body or the ego or the I. This is the technique. Come on, the job is done. Who has done is not important. Job is done is important. So let us start using this passive voice. See? Be attentive. When we mean using passive voice, means what? I am doing meditation, this will disappear. Meditation is never done. Meditation starts happening. When you will do meditation, it will end. Such people, they do meditation for half an hour. Rest of the day, frustration. Meditation followed by frustration. Is it spiritual practice? Yes, it is. But it is not a solid spirituality, it is a liquid spirituality. Till the liquid of spirit is inside, we are in meditation. Shambhavi Mudra. See? And after the spirit goes away, then frustration, no. Therefore, let meditation happen. Don't struggle in life. Remain relaxed. See? And further, third Shanti is the wrong notions that we are carrying the burden on our head. Wrong notions about ourselves, number 1. About the world, number 2. About God, number 3. And about spiritual practice, number 4. May it cool down. This is the meaning of Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. After having established proper rapport with the teacher and the student among them, thereafter the Upanishad begins. Now the first mantra is Om Keneshitam Padati Preshitam Manaha Kena Pranaha Prathama Praiti Yuktaha Keneshitam Vachamimam Vadanti Chakshushrotram Kaudevo Yunakti. This is the first mantra. Om Kena Ishitam Manaha preshitam patati, under whose lordship, ishitam, under whose lordship and under whose command, two things. Who is the Lord and who is the commander? Manaha, the mind goes in its respective field. Be very attentive. One child asked me this question. Therefore, I like children's questions. They are really genius. Elderly people ask no question. They have got only complaints. So, the child said, Swamiji, yes, you tell us God is in our heart. I said, yes. But where are we? We are also in our heart. I said, yes. Then there are two of them. I said, yes. See how that small child is thinking. Two of them, yes. Then how do I know who is functioning? Suppose I give you one blow and I said, God has killed you, not me. I said, if you say like this thing, then you are descendant of Duryodhana. Duryodhana says this thing. Janami dharmam nacha me pravrutti. Janami adharmam nacha me nivrutti. Kenapi devena hridisthitena yatha nayuktosmi tatha karomi. There is some God sitting in my heart who is making me do the wrong things. So how do I know who is functioning? Like in our laptops, when you are charging, suppose your battery is 70% and you put the power. That time you very clearly get indication whether it is the battery that is being used or it is the power that is being used. In the same manner, how do we know who is functioning? Think. Therefore, these two things are asked. First of all, kena ishitam and kena preritam. Who is the Lord behind the functioning of the mind? And kena preshitam, who is making the mind to go in the wrong or the right direction? Two things. See? It is something like this. This one point you get, you have caught the essence of Kenopanishad. Only in the steel out of which the car engine is made, the car doesn't move. Only the petrol which is used in the car, if only petrol is there, the car will not move. Then the petrol and the engine, they come together in n number of conditions. Thereafter, horsepower is born. Now this horsepower carries both the steel of the engine and the petrol tank, is it not? The two things are here. One is petrol and the second is the horsepower. Now between these two, that question is, what is making the car move? Is it petrol or is it the horsepower? Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. Who is the boss? Who is the controller? See? One day I was going to airport in Delhi, and I asked a question to my friend who was driving me. I said, hey, petrol bhara ki nahi? Swamiji, don't ask that question. Yesterday only I filled in 1,000 rupees petrol. I said, that is not the answer. I am asking you, have you filled it? Yes, I have filled it. Okay, come. After we crossed 3-4 distance, the car stopped. I said, I told you. He said, no, Swamiji, don't talk about it. On it. He said, kar. And there was no petrol. So I got out of the car. Fortunately, I got a taxi and got my luggage and I could go to the airport on time. He also came in the same car because his car can't move. They took a bottle and filled in petrol and somehow went. So in that, if there is no petrol, can the horsepower be generated? No. But if there is no horsepower, can the petrol remain? Yes. What is the truth? Here also, Kena Ishitam and Kena Prishitam. Who is the one prompting the mind to function in this world? And who is the one because of which the mind has the capacity to move in this world? See, Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. Arjuna, similar question. Atha kena, there also the same word. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Hey Varshneya, hey Vrishni Kulotpanna, hey Bhagavan Sri Krishna, kindly tell, Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha. Here also, kena preshitam prayuktam. Same words. Under whose compulsion, anichannapi, although not wanting to do, people go the wrong way. There the teacher answers, Kamaesha Krodhaesha. Now see, two principles. If somebody is having, the other day I saw one patient, she was having this gout problem. I don't know what kind of gout. They say there are many gouts. I said, maybe, who cares? So, she was lying on the bed and the maid servant used to sleep with her. And she used to tell her maid servant, take my right hand and keep it away from my stomach. The stomach is paining. So the maid servant has to lift the hand and she'll cry, go slowly, slowly, and put it there. Now see, one is the desire. I want to remove my hand from my stomach, put it down. Desire. Second thing, this desire was not supported by the divine power. Two principles are required. So Arjuna, this question asked is this. What is that because of which the mind is able to function in its field, and what is that which makes the mind go away from its own source? Now the same question is multiplied. Kena pranaha prathama praiti yuktaha. What makes the breathing begin? See, when a child is born and if the child doesn't cry, others start crying. So what they do, they take the child upside down, with the legs they lift, Urdhva moola madashakam ashwattham pravuravayam. And in that upside down child, they will be splashing absolutely cold water. And that initial, and begins, and these people are happy. So what is that which makes the first breathing ever happen? See, after the first breathing, then whole life, has anybody ever done breathing? Nobody does breathing. We have done pranayam and suffered. See, nobody has suffered because of breathing. Because it is not done, it is happening. This is the question. How the breathing is initiated, under whose command, how it is possible. So, Kena Ishitam Preshitam Prathama Pranaha Prayati Yuktaha. Second question. Third question. Kena Ishitam Imam Vacham Vadanti. Under whose control or the lordship, the speech is able to talk. There was one lady, she is no more, she was very close to me. She used to come and spend 3 months with me in Kaivalya because she was from Sikkim, very high up. It used to be snow there. So for 3 months she used to come there. And when she died, I was that time in USA. When I came back, then I got a phone call from her son. He said, Mummy was not able to talk anything, and she wanted to talk so much, but she could only say, Swamiji, Swamiji, further she could not talk. And we don't know what she wanted to tell you or talk about you. So Swamiji, do you know something? Why she was talking like that before dying? So she wanted to talk, desire is there, but her desire to talk could not be fulfilled. So there has to be some other factor, not only the desire that makes us function in this world. See, friends. And if you look within our own life, what we have been doing is only living to fulfill our desires. And we are so much lost in that desire fulfillment that there is some other principle because of which the desire is meaningful. There our attention never goes. So, kene shitam vacham imam vadanti. Similarly, chakshuhu shrotraha shrotram kau devo yunakti. Similarly, the ears and the eyes, etc., how they are made functional in their respective field, kindly tell me this. See, friends. So the student has contemplated sufficiently. The object of knowledge, the knowledge of the object, and the knower of the object, three things. All these three things, who is the overall controller? What is that? That I want to know. Don't tell me, no, because we desire, we do something. No. I desire, even if I do not have desire, I still survive. So how does it happen? So kindly tell me that principle because of which life is contained in the body. And when the life is not, yet the reality continues to be. What is that reality? Can you please tell me? So, the teacher answers, Shrotrasya shrotram manaso manoyat vachoha vacham sau pranasya pranaha chakshushash chakshuhu atimuccha dhira pretyasmat lokat amruta bhavanti. Oh, it is very simple, my dear. It is the ear of the ear, it is the nose of the nose, it is the eye of the eye, it is the prana of the prana, it is the mind of the mind. So simple. So first the student had one difficulty, now he has got many difficulties. And there is no other way of talking. See? If we have to explain electricity with reference to the manifestation of electricity through different gadgets, how will you explain? Electricity, see, it is the light of the light. It is the amplifier of the amplification. It is the movement of the moving fan. See? Because it is the electricity alone which is expressing through the bulb as light. So what is electricity? It is the light of the light. If electricity is not there, light cannot come. In the same manner, here the three principles. Neither the object of experience, nor the experience of the object, nor the experiencer of the object. But all these three things are happening in the light of that reality. That is what is the ultimate truth. Therefore, dhiraha atimuccha. So the wise people who are able to thus transcend the three, the object of experience, the experience of the object, and the experiencer of the object, atimuccha. Those who are able to transcend this trio, pratyasmat lokat, when they just discard the experience of relativity. Be attentive, loka doesn't mean a place. Swargalok, Naraklok, no, they are not places. They are the quality of experience. The word loka is translated in English as experience. Lokyate iti lokaha. That experience is called as loka. See? Therefore, these are the three things which we have to discard. This is what the whole spiritual practice is. First, objects. Then, the experience of the objects. And then, the experiencer of the objects. Now, try this thing. When we talk to others, what we talk about? Our past. When we were children, we never used to have shoes. We used to go into school without shoes. These days, children want so many types of shoes. So our mind is in the shoes. See? Second thing, we were suffering so much. We had no money. We never went to the hotel. These days, they spend so much of money in the hotel. So experience. Either we talk about the things or experience. Or we talk about, we were not like that, we were like this. So these three factors are the only factors we are constantly talking about it. Now try this thing. These are simple things, friend, try. Spiritual life is not becoming miserable. One simple principle. Stop talking about your past. And those who have sincerely practiced this, they will never talk about anybody else's past. Because we look at the world as what we have looked at ourselves. If I consider myself to be a man, then what is the world for me? There are two types of people, man and woman. If I consider myself to be a sannyasi, then what is this world? There are two types of people, sannyasi, non-sannyasi. If I consider myself to be a Kannadiga, what is this world? Two types, from Karnataka and those who are not doing Nataka. Immediately two types. In the same manner, when I consider myself to be the body, I will look upon the world as the body. When I consider myself to be happy or miserable, I look upon the world as happy or miserable. When I consider myself to be lucky or unlucky, the world is unlucky only. And when we discard these three factors, that what cannot be discarded is our essential nature. Pretyasmat lokat amrita bhavanti. Therefore, asmat lokat, from this experience of relative existence, and it is this only we do when we go to sleep. In sleep, what is happening is only this much. The sense of otherness vanishes. The sense of limitation disappears. And Mr. Somebody evaporates. So what is a deep sleep? In deep sleep, we are nobody, we have nothing, and therefore all happiness. So what is the definition of happiness? When you are nobody and you have nothing, you are happy. See, friends, therefore, Pretyasmat lokat amrita bhavanti. So what is the question? Question was this, that all the functioning instrument that we have, who is the one who is guiding, controlling, etc.? The teacher says, don't go into the functions, don't go into anything, discard all of them. And to discard all of them, the simplest technique is remain in the utter present. Simplest technique. Whenever you are in the present, you are happy. When you are in the present, you don't talk. Whenever we talk, either to ourselves or to others, we go away from the present. When we talk to ourselves, we go in the future. When we talk to others, we go in the past. And whenever we go in the past and the future, efforts are involved. To remain in the present, no efforts are involved. See? You must have seen this thing, Sometimes you want to tell some of your old time story to your grandchildren. And, dekho beta, when, we were married, it was, I think, 1932, March. Now that old man is struggling to remember. The moment the old man talks, the Muluke Maidan Tof, the lady has to come with the AK-47. 32. You might have married to somebody 32. We were married in 42. No, 32 I think. No, 42. Whenever you go back in the past, you have to struggle. Remain in the present. Where is the struggle? We only talk about ego, but the real ego is इसने बोला, उसने बोला, क्यों बोला, कैसे बोला, is more dangerous than the Ebola. Ebola is not difficult. You can cure. But this other bola जो है, bum bola, that we have to take care. See friends, this is the highest spiritual practice. Remain in the present. And when we start remaining in the present, you are naturally cool, naturally quiet. And then, spontaneity is the expression of life. Because you are not prepared. You all must have experienced this thing. When you prepare your lecture, notes, PowerPoint, on the spiritual path also people show PowerPoints, and the labels and charts and all that. It is such a subjective science that you have to discard everything external support. But instead of that, we have PowerPoint. And then there is, see, the body is sitting there in a posture, and in the center there are various, what you call the chakras, and all that. Then the music comes, tan, 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 and it opens, Good presentation. These are all the cartoons of spiritual life. See, friends, lesser the support you have, nearer you are to yourself. When you have no support, you are that. We take the support of time, space and object. All the time talking either with reference to time. जब हम बच्चे थे, nobody is interested in our childhood. But we have no future, only childhood. See, it's the tragedy of the old people like me. Old people have no future. They are only past. So what they can talk only about the past. And thus they miss the glory and the joy of remaining in the present. A person who lives in utter present is ever happy. Take one example. Various stories are told in our, scriptures. In Mahabharata there is one story. And the story is Savitri and Satyavan. You know that story? Savitri was a great Pativrata, and when her husband Satyavan died, she fought with Yamaraj and got him back. And the moral of the story is, if the wife is such a Pativrata, she can even conquer and defeat death. Moral of the story. But a funny person like me, what he will bring out the moral of the story? You can be saved from the death, but not from the wife. Now, when you are happy, that time you are God. See? And you cannot be happy yesterday. You cannot be happy tomorrow. You can be happy now and here. See, friends, nobody can help us on this path unless we have got clear understanding. Pretyasmat lokat amrita bhavanti. Go beyond this relative world. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. See, we are here only for a time pass. Don't make life serious, No, I want to realize. What will you do after realization? Same upma and chutney. What else? See, friends. But we become so serious, I have to do this much japa, I have not completed, when will it happen and all that. And one lady asked me, Swami, please don't make a joke out of me. I said, no, there is no need, go ahead. Then she said, can you tell me what level of spirituality I have reached? Because there are many courses. First level course, second level course, third level course. Wherever there are levels, it is not the truth. Truth is either is or not. There are no levels. No, please tell me how. I said, your realization, as I can see, has come up to knee level. It has to go further. Don't get lost in all that. You have nothing to gain in this world. And you have nothing to lose in this world. We simply chant, Ananya Chindayanda Mami Jana Paribhadade Tesham Nityavi Yugdanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. Krishna's words of Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam we don't trust. LIC. We trust that LIC. This is the Malayali way of talking, LIC. See, friends, how will life become simple? This is what is the meaning of, what is that because of everything is moving? It is you, man, and none other than you. Pratyasmat lokat amrita bhavanti. It is not gaining anything, but leaving everything. See? Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.